Literally.
Hopefully not.
Maybe having me shooketh.
Shooketh. Shooketh.
Look Cypher, the inside look, take 7.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Inside Look. My name is Peaches, and today we are featuring Torrence. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. It's good to see you. Good to see you. The last time I got the opportunity to actually see you and talk to you was our live auditions.
Yeah. Okay.
How did you do in those?
I did great. I didn't make the top 4, but it was a dope experience. Like, that was my first time getting back out into the scene in a while, and so it felt good. It was good vibes, great talent, and this is everything that I could have, hoped for.
Had you already been previously introduced with like CSSB and that kind of sort of stuff?
Yeah. I've been messing with City Sound for years. Like, they was at a couple different spots before they're at the spot now. Like, and I've been messing with them for a while. Josh shot most of my music videos that I have had in the past, and we've always just stayed locked in, and so it's just always been cool. Love.
Yeah, I actually didn't have any idea that it was literally just down the street from where I work at, though. I didn't know anything about it at all.
Super convenient.
It's so convenient, for one. For two, it's a really good place for people to come together, community, as far as like artists and things like that, DJs even. And I didn't even realize that they had so much equipment in there. Like, I was outside and then I went inside and I was like, whoa, there's you can produce music in here. Yeah. There's everything in there for you. It's like a one-stop shop for an artist.
They definitely been on they Dougie for a while.
Yeah.
And they're really slept on for real too. See, like City Sound, they're probably like one of the only places in Sacramento where I really feel like they actually working with the artists for real. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And just not just to collaborate on creative visions, but financially they be helping people out and stuff like that too, and that's why they gained my respect over the years.
Yeah, that's honestly a really nice thing. I've met a lot of people, specifically myself, through CSSB. I haven't been doing this forever, but I mean, even in the short amount of time that I have been, giving interviews and involving myself with Inside the Music series, I've found that I've made a lot of connections just specifically through them. That has helped me branch out, to getting to know artists like you and being able to actually get to know you.
Yeah.
In general.
That's dope.
Yeah. So who are you? I want to know. Who are you as an artist?
So my name is Torrence, 93 Torrence, on my social platforms. Artist from Sacramento, California. I was raised in the North area, Antelope, North Highlands area. I was born in Hayward, but I represent Sacramento. I've been out here for pretty much all of my life. I don't like to put myself inside a box. I just kind of think of myself as a dope artist. I sing, I rap, I songwrite. I kind of do a lot of different things. I can dance, but I really just kind of choose not to.
I have seen your dance videos with Mace.
Yeah. Me and Mace. That's another one I go way back with. Me and Mace go crazy. He inspires me in a lot of ways too.
Yeah, no, we're gonna have to get Mace over here for some videography or something.
For sure. And he's been on my line. He's been trying to work with me for the last couple of months, and I just really ain't been in a position where I was ready.
Yeah.
So I definitely owe him a couple shoots for sure, because he's been tapping in with me nonstop, trying to work and stuff. I just haven't had the I don't want to say the time, but I just think my life is busy right now, so I just kind of
between doing this, I know you also cut hair, and where are you gonna find time to have all these extra hobbies? It's all about a balance,
Right. You just gotta make the time, honestly. That's what I'm learning. You just have to. Your life is never gonna just be completely open for you to do whatever you want,
right?
Because we have to live and pay bills and do all these other things.
Yeah.
And so you literally just have to make the time. If you care about it enough, then you'll make the time.
Yeah. Well, what are you looking forward to, as far as your career in rap music and stuff? What are you looking forward to doing with that?
Taking it to the highest level possible.
Yeah. You want to get up there? You want to be the next Jay-Z? You want to be the next,
No, I don't want to be none of them. I want to be Torrence.
I know that's right. Excuse
you know what I'm
me.
saying? I don't. And there's no shade to those artists, but I truly believe I have something that's just different, and I am in the middle of finding what that sound is and finding my real lane. But I want to take it to the highest level possible, like I said, because even I don't just consider myself a rapper. Like, I don't just consider myself a singer. Like, I'm an artist.
Yeah.
Because I can do it all. Like poetry, spoken word, R&B, soul. I was raised up on soul music, and I can rap and stuff like that. Yeah, but sometimes I get irritated because people put me in this box of just being a rapper. Part of it is my fault too for not putting out more music of different genres and stuff. But it's just some punches you gotta roll with, and get off the ground. Like I plan on taking it to another level. That I want to take it to a level Sacramento hasn't seen from the kind of artist that I am yet.
Yeah, and you're saying that some people kind of just put you in a box as just a rapper or just a dancer or just a spoken word poet in that sort of way. Is that do you think that's probably your biggest challenge as an artist, or like what's the biggest challenge that you think that you face?
My biggest challenge, having some bread to invest in this shit.
That's you always gotta start with some money.
That's what is that. That is the biggest challenge. The biggest challenge is having the financial means to do things on your own, and then having a team with you. Like that's something that I'm trying to build right now, is having a team with me so I can just kind of do the artist thing. But it's hard to do that. Like you gotta attract the team. You can't. I've tried to build it, but you can't just. I've learned that you just can't build a team with anybody. You have to let the people that are meant to be there come to you, and that's what I've been kind of doing. I have a couple people that I would consider like a team right now, but it's nothing set in stone. It's just people that I'll be messing with right now.
Yeah.
But that was my biggest struggle in the artist is being working and having to be an independent artist and fund my whole career and take everything like by the rings myself, and then building that team to where I don't have to play all of the pieces of the puzzle.
Yeah.
And I can just kind of do my one thing,
Yeah. No, that definitely makes a lot of sense. How do you define success in the career that you're doing?
Oh, I think artists are successful when they can inspire, not by how many followers that they have, not how much money you have, not how much, not even how much people know you. I think success lies in how much you actually inspire when people do hear your music or hear your art and stuff like that. I feel like if your music doesn't inspire, or if your art form for whatever it is doesn't inspire people in the way that you kind of planned out, you know what I'm saying? Some people inspire people in ways that they never thought of, but a lot of people like myself, inspire people in ways that I've thought about how I want people to receive my music. I've thought about how I want people to receive me as an artist and as a person in general. And I think that's what real success is being able to inspire others the same way you're inspired by other artists as well.
Yeah. Is that your main goal? Is that what you hope to achieve out of all this? Is to be an inspiration to others? Those little kids that are looking up at you and I want to be him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
My goal is definitely to inspire. Like I want to inspire and be a good example for people. I want to be able to put my art and put my music out there and someone see it, like just the inspiration, and they like sort of like Tupac said, he ain't gonna change the world, but he'll spark the mind that does. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I have much more to say, I have much more to do, and I feel like my mission is on this planet Earth is to inspire people in other ways and to change the minds and spark different ideas and just work and create from nothing. You know what I'm saying? And do that solely being me and solely being who I am and not utilizing other people to do that.
Yeah. Speaking of all this inspiration, do you have a person or, what drives your inspiration?
I have many inspirations. Life, first and foremost, life inspires me. Like I can look outside and just look in the sky and be amazed at God's work and be amazed at the people that I see on a day-to-day basis. And my life inspires me. You know what I'm saying? I make music about my life, and I make music about the things that I care about. I do have my little ratchet shit in there every now and then that really don't matter too much to me, but it's fun. But the music that I do, it's all inspired by life. Now I do have artists and inspirations and people that I grew up on. Like I grew up on Erykah Badu and Jill Scott and Michael Jackson and Anthony Hamilton and Luther Vandross and stuff like that. Like when I was growing up, I didn't really just listen or hear hella hip hop. I heard a lot of soul music and R&B and stuff like that. Hip hop came a little bit later, but I do have those musical influences that help influence me right now.
Yeah. Well, please tell the people or give them some advice on how they could possibly, get to where you're at. How you can be inspiring to somebody else, or how, work ethic, community. Give the people some advice on how they can maybe get to where you're going and see you as the next inspiration, next light.
You can't be afraid to change yourself. Like I say, every couple of years, I'm not the same Torrence that I was 3 years ago.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You have to be able to, be like water. You know what I'm saying? Formless, shapeless. You have to be able to change and fit yourself into different places. You might be able to act a certain way with these group of people and individuals, but you can't act the same way over there with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to be able to adapt, and you have to be able to change. You're not going to be the same person that you are right now. 5 years from now, the people that are watching this, you guys aren't going to be the same people.
Right.
So you have to change. And it took a minute for me to really realize that, because in the beginning of my career, I wanted it to look a certain way. Mm-hmm. But the look that I was going for didn't mesh with what the message I was trying to put out there to the world. So it took a minute for me to really humble myself down and really sit there and try to change, not my music, but change who I am, change the habits that I have, and change the thoughts that I think and stuff like that. Like, you have to be willing to change, and you have to be willing and open to constructive criticism, being coachable. Not everybody's gonna like your music. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody's gonna like your art. That's just a fact. You're never gonna find an artist that you like every single thing about them and every single thing on their project or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have to be okay with getting the no's. You have to be okay with not making the greatest thing in the world, whatever, and it's kind of, like I said, roll with the punches.
Yeah, because people who don't want to change never grow.
Yeah, you have to change yourself, bro.
Yeah.
In ways, and we all know it. We all know the things that we have to do to change ourselves. We all know our bad habits. We all know behind the closed door and in the dark who we are.
We choose to ignore it.
We choose to ignore it. We don't want other people to see that and stuff like that. And a lot of people will talk a big game outside, but they get back in their room when they close their door and they really don't even believe the things that they be saying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And not saying that they can't, but who they are and who we once were isn't the people that we're going to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to imagine and know who you want to be, the type of person that you want to be, and then there's a blueprint and route to get there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and sometimes that blueprint may involve not hanging around the same people, not listening to the same music, not speaking the same words. Like, you have to change yourself in ways.
Yeah, no, that's probably the most realest thing I done heard on a podcast in a minute.
For real.
Well, please, again, tell the people where they can find you on Instagram. So if you have any upcoming projects or shows coming up, we want them to know where they can find you.
I don't have any shows coming up just yet. But you can find me on all social platforms at 93 Torrence. That's 93 TORRENCE. Instagram, Twitter, even all streaming platforms. My artist name is Torrence, but 93 Torrence is where you can find me at with everything. I am working on a couple projects, one of my own and one a collaborative project, a collaborative R&B project, because I don't just do the hip hop, like I do R&B and soul as well. And then another hip hop project, maybe EP of my own. And I don't have dates for them yet to drop, but they will be dropping in 2025 for sure.
Yeah, well, we're looking forward to that. We're looking forward to your cypher with Kenny Made a Banger beat. Mm-hmm. And, we always love having you.
Yeah,
so thank you for joining us on the podcast. Inside Look today.
Mm-hmm. No, for sure. Much. I appreciate you guys. I'm always rocking with the Look Cypher, bro. Yeah. They out here doing it for real.
Yeah.
And I advise anybody that is trying to do it to come out, come out to an event, come out to something that they got going on and mess with them for real. Don't be afraid. And even if you are afraid, do it scared. You know what I'm saying? Do it scared, bro. Like, there's nothing else, because if you don't do it, then it'll never happen. You know what I'm saying? You miss, or you don't make 100% of shots that you don't take. Mm-hmm. Is what I think the saying is, something like that.
Something like that.
Something like that. You know what I mean? So, but thank you for having me, for sure.
Yeah, of course. You guys look forward to seeing Torrence's performance. I'm looking forward to seeing it. You can always find it on Look Cypher.
Right.
All right, tune in.
Way to go, guys.